Hello, guys. Welcome to Walk and Talk. Today, I'm gonna just talk about my journey for motorcycle riding, like how I started and stuff like that. So I think it was pretty much it was actually awesome journey. I could say that. So how I started was like I just wanted to have that license, and people were saying it's dangerous and stuff like that. But it depends. It can be dangerous and it can be safe, right? So it depends on you for the most part, I can say. So I wanted to take a license and then started looking, okay, I need to get some training, even though I know how to ride a little bit, but I was thinking, well, I'm here in Canada and the rules and everything, stuff. So you gotta find out, properly how to get trained and kind of work on those, right? So I found an instructor. I said, okay, well, I want to take the license, and now you let me know how should I go about that, right? So because it's something which I want to do it safely, and because I don't want to go directly for a test and say, okay, well, I can do it and let's just try and read a book or something. So my decision was really good. I got the training, and probably if anybody just want to take a license for motorcycle that's called class 6 license, then probably just go ahead and just get yourself trained first. I think that's, or if you have a friend or somebody like who can actually help you out, you already have a license, yeah, you just get the written test, and then you have your own bike, and he can just ride along with you and can just kind of tell you the rules and everything. That could be another way you can save your money, and for sure you can learn that too, right? So anyways, I got the training, and then I just went and gave a test and stuff. So I passed the exam. So yeah, before, okay, I was thinking, okay, should I go for a driving school, or is instructor a good option, and just private instructor, right? Or a friend or somebody. So I thought, okay, I'm not going for a school. So my friend advised me, actually. He said, what you can do, you can buy a bike before you get a license. I said, come on, who does that actually, right? You don't even have a license, and you're going to buy the bike, and you don't know if you're gonna pass a test. He said, don't worry about that, you'll pass the test. I mean, it's not a big deal. So that was kind of quite relieving thing. So I was feeling, okay, well, that's just making me feel easy now. So I said, okay, all right. So I bought the old bike. That was 125cc. It was a little tiny bike, but was not bad to give exam, because when you go for a test, you still have to rent a bike, and then you still have to just right, you have to rent it, and then when you're learning, if you're going for a school, and then they charge a lot of money, right? So I was thinking, okay, well, so that is going to get very expensive. I'm gonna buy the bike, and then better I just I even don't know if you're gonna ride it after or not. He said, once you start riding, you will like to ride it, and then believe me, just gonna buy the bike. I just went to the leap of faith. I said, okay, I'll just buy it. So we just started looking, and I got the cheap one, and I said, okay, this is okay, this looks fine, and I just spent around, I think, $1,100 on that one. I said, okay, well, I gotta buy a bike now, and then we started training together. And that was a past season. He was just giving me the training. Somebody, he was really he was expert, man. Honestly, I really respect that guy. He was really an expert, right? So we just started. He just told me all the rules, and we were riding everywhere, wherever possible. We were just riding it, even though it was a tiny bike. But yeah, he just, sometimes I used to doubt the bike, and he said, this is pretty stable. It's a 125cc bike, but there's nothing wrong with the bike. It's just kind of sometimes you just kind of doubt, it's tiny, and it might be, well, when you're on a little high speed or something like that. But he said it's stable, and he was right. It was just bike actually does the justice, right? So and then we started taking lessons, and then we actually he told me, okay, just now you're ready. And after maybe 2 weeks, I think we just spent maybe 20, 30, 40 hours of riding stuff, right? He said, exam shouldn't be that tough. They will just want to see you how you ride, and they're not gonna take you to highway like where you're riding for like, like 110 kilometers or something, like, it's just a tiny test. You can just pass it, like, it should be good. So anyways, I gave the exam, failed and passed, and stuff like that. It was good, right? So I said, okay, now I got a license, now I have. So in the best part about having a motorcycle is, the experience of a motorcycle is just amazing. When you ride a motorcycle, you feel like, man, like whole stress is gone for the whole day. I mean, when you just, it's just change your state of mind. When you are in a car, you feel like, okay, well, you're sitting in a place and you go somewhere and you don't actually enjoy that much. But when you're on a bike, like honestly, like it might look dangerous to so many people. They say, okay, it's dangerous, it's not safe, or stuff like that. Why you just ride a bike and stuff? But believe me, if you're just commuting, just like me, right? Just like a normal, regular. I'm not a big biker right now, but I just go to work and come back from work. For a person like me, and for the most of the people who are beginners, right? You just gonna, just go to work and come back from work. And like most of the time we live close to our workplace, or you don't have to take highway. Or even if you have to take a highway, if you're good, if you love it, you can do that. I mean, no problem about that, right? And then, but the best thing I learned about the bike is it changes your mood. Like when you wake up, you're in a different mood, right? When you're in a car, you drive in a car, it's a different kind of thing. So you just kind of go there and you just feel the air on your face, and it just change the whole thing, the whole feel for the whole day. Like once if you are in a creepy mood in the morning time, you stay creepy for so many hours, right? After, and you just and if you start the day with a good mood, then you kind of stick to that good mood for the whole day, right? So I was thinking, okay, well, that seems like good. When I went to work. Okay, there's one thing more. The best thing is it's very cheap. Like, you're not adding a big expense to your, like, it's not affecting your lifestyle or anything. And because you can get the old bikes, and they are in pretty good conditions, right? Really. And then, like, how much you pay for, okay, suppose you have an old bike, you don't want to have a full insurance even, right? So if you have like third-party insurance, you can just have the third-party liability insurance only, and which could be fine, right? So, and then you just, and like it doesn't take much money to fill the tank, like $7-8, $10 or something like that, and you're good. You can use your bike, right? So, and that was really good. I was thinking, okay, which is kind of convenient. Like, what do you spend? The money you spend on gas for your car, like it covers the insurance and the gas, like on your bike, right? It's just kind of balanced out. You're not spending any extra expenses, and you still enjoy your bike, right? And so then I had the first 125cc, and then even after a month, I just changed to my 650cc Yamaha V-Star. So I'm gonna show you right now. I think this is right now. So this is my Yamaha V-Star, right? So I bought it. I thought, okay, well, I think this is pretty nice. When I saw that it's ad, and I say, okay, well, this is an old bike, but it doesn't actually look like an old bike. It just looked like a brand new bike. Like for me, like I think I don't know how it just comes in a camera, but I really think it just really looks gorgeous, so beautiful, right? So, and then I bought this bike, and I was just suspicious. I was thinking, okay, man, this like looks huge and heavy and stuff, right? But like I don't know if I can ride it. So I just went there, talked to the guy, talked to the the owner of this bike, and talked to the owner of this bike and said, okay, well, this, I don't know if I'll be able to just ride this bike. And he said, like, I said, I'm not a tall man, like, just 5'7" or not even 5'8", right? So, and when I went to talk to him, like, he was just 5'5", right? So he said he was like a small guy like me, right? He said, you're taller than me, what are you talking about, right? You should be fine. And then I said, okay, I just want to ride it for a second, right? I want to see like how it feels like. He said, okay, if you feel the bike, then it's yours. If you don't, like, then it's fine. If you want, you can have it. If you don't want, then it's just, it's all right, right? That was fair, right? So then I just ride the bike in the street for like maybe a minute or two. I just enjoy it, right? I feel like, oh my god, this is just amazing. It's just like, this is the Yamaha V-Star Cruise. That was the cruiser I showed you, right? That's the Yamaha V-Star Cruiser. And like when you are on a cruiser, it's completely different way you feel about it. That completely different way you actually perceive things. Completely different way when you ride it. It's less stressful than the other bikes, right? So the cruiser has like, there is something about the cruiser. I mean, it's a different feel factor. I mean, honestly, like if I have to ride, I had the bike before, right? 125cc, like, and this cruiser is just amazing. And like even it's 300 pound, like it says, it's a lot of weight on this bike, and I was thinking it's too heavy. But the thing I learned about this cruiser is, it's just like it's more like so the cruiser. The thing about the cruiser is okay. So the thing about the cruiser is it's just like the whole weight is like the center of gravity is just in the center, like in the bottom center. So you feel like it's so light, but it's really very heavy. But you just don't feel it like it's heavy. It's easy to handle, right? Most of the people like who just are on small bikes and stuff, right? They think, oh, cruiser, they are like a big and they are heavy and stuff, right? But they are heavy. But the center of gravity, like the weight is just in the bottom of the center, right? In the cruiser. So like you feel like you have a bicycle with you. Like it's just not that heavy at all. Like no, not at all. It's just so light. You feel so light even though it's heavy. But the way it is, like the weight is just in the center, and it's just gonna just you don't have to use any force on it, right? It's like it's easy to handle, right? About the cruiser. So what I do is now I just pay around $27 or something like that for my like $28, right, for insurance, and then I pay for, like, I fill the gas for like almost $7 or $8, right? So like $8 or $9, something like that, right? And then that I can ride for like full 2 weeks. Like just go to work, come back from work. If you want to ride like somewhere else on your days off or something, close or wherever, it's just how you feel comfortable, like, right? And then the thing about the safety is a lot of people think, oh man, this is not safe, like this is, why you should be riding a bike, like motorcycle or something, like people die on this. Like think about it, right? If you work like very close, right, to your home and stuff, right, you go to work and how much you speed, like 60 maximum, right? You're not even like on a highway or anything like that. 60, and the school zones like 30 and stuff, right? You, like, if even think about it, if somebody like if like, I don't want it to happen, but suppose something happens, but if on this speed it's very slow, you'll be safe. I assume you'll be safe, right? You won't be able to hurt yourself much in that situation, and you just gonna you'll feel like, okay, for the most part you can just fall and you just gonna get up again, and then you just, right? So I do like to believe actually, right? It is pretty safe. It's just you're commuting for like small distance or something, right? I think it's okay, like it's not a big problem. You shouldn't be much worried about that, right? And and like when you go through training and stuff, they teach you so much about how you can be safe and how you just keep looking and stuff like that, right? And then like you might feel like, okay, there's a lot of stuff to learn in the beginning, but once you actually start riding it, all the stuff you're thinking in the beginning is hard to learn. You feel like that's so convenient. I really need, like, at this situation, how should I be thinking or anything like that? Situations are not even complicated or anything. It's just just like normal, right? So and then you just ride your bike and you go to work and come back from work and going there happily, coming back happily in a different mood and stuff, and and it's pretty good journey, like by far, right? I could say that. And the people, like who ride motorcycles, I mean, honestly, they will ride motorcycle for the rest of their life. Like I have so many other things I want to learn and stuff, but I think this was a good investment. I really think that this was one of my best investments in a way, because like you just kind of sit on that and then just start riding, go to work, have a fresh air, you feel good about yourself, and then when you work you're in a good mood, and then you will actually experience that. And once you have that, the way it changes your mood. And the thing is, like, if you want to be safe, you can be safe, like, for sure. Just don't commute like far, don't go to like highway and stuff, don't do that. Like if you're not comfortable, then don't do that. I'm not doing that either right now, right? But you should enjoy that. Like if you like it, like, don't let anything stop you. Don't let there could be risk is in everything. People die in cars too, right? And risk is in everything. This is the Bible thing, right? So people die in everything, but just kind of experience that. And if you feel like, okay, well, you don't want it or something like that, your life is valuable, and as we all have like families and everything, right? So like sometimes we get scared for our families. I mean, that's fair, right? So but there are safe ways. There are safe ways to handle it. This is beautiful experience, and I think it can be as safe as you want to make it, right? And you can just have a new experience. And if you in future you feel like, okay, well, I'm not interested, or I don't just family saying me, okay, don't keep it, or you can sell it. Like almost the old bikes, whatever the price you buy them for, you can sell the bikes for the same price, right? And then you're fine. At least you learned something new and you added something new for your lifetime, right? And it's just for me, it's an amazing experience, right? So I hope you guys are gonna like it. And last couple of videos the video was not much stable, and I think probably this could be much better than the videos before. So yeah, just keep watching, and I appreciate, and I hope this might be helpful to some of you guys who really wanna have a license for motorcycle and wanna ride bikes, and probably this can be a help. Good luck. Thanks again for watching.